With all the formalities completed, it was time to attack the next pass on the list, Baralachla. But it wasn't going to be as easy as that. The water crossing had to be dealt with first. When we got to it, the grave warning from the morning seemed a bit unnecessary. Most riders just sailed through it. It was almost too easy. And as we rode further, we realized why. Luckily, I just sailed through the second water crossing, though my boots were soaked.
Now, bikers love to be out in the elements and of course indulge in an occasional bit of torture. As you can see out here, that's freezing cold water. I just went through it and my feet feel like they're in a bucket of ice. But if you ask any one of the guys out here, they're gonna say that was fun.
It was fun, but my shoes are completely gone. It was fun.
Even the lady that took the prize for the worst fall was being a complete sport about it.
Oh no, I think it was the best. At least I'm clean. Oh, it was great fun. That was the best. Completely. It was much better than yesterday's slash pool.
The toll on the bikes and the bikers was quite heavy. All the bikes were quickly fixed and headed off towards Baralachla. I could barely recognize the pass. Last time I rode up to it, it was bare and brown. But this time around, it was completely covered with snow. It was freezing cold up there. The riders only dared to make a quick stop before rolling away towards Sarchu. At 14,000 feet above sea level, Sarchu was compounding the havoc that many riders' bodies were experiencing. The dining hall was looking like the sick bay of a hospital. And as they say, misery loves company.
He slept around for 2 hours.
Dude, I didn't sleep for 2 hours.
Status is good and everybody is fine.
The uneasiness is impossible to shake off. Luckily, I wasn't feeling too bad. Okay, it's a bit of a crisis time. Mountain sickness. I had a small bout of it as well. A little bit of clearing the system the oral way helped. Now just walking around, chilling out, and beautiful view here, so a great place to walk around. But I hope he's feeling better tomorrow because we've got lots in store tomorrow. It was a dreary lot that assembled for the morning briefing.
Just keep pushing, you will not be feeling well. And after Pang, you will climb on to Moray Plains. Moray Plains is again a flat valley like this, probably much bigger. And it goes on for about 50, 60 odd kilometers.
Everybody would have dropped asleep there, except one point caught everybody's attention.
All your troubles will disappear as soon as you start descending Taglang.
I was massively fatigued, but with Sachin's words ringing in my head, I made a beeline for the road and was adamant to get to Taglang at the earliest. Inside their helmets, I'm sure the other riders were thinking the same. The road wasn't making things any easier for the riders. It was just so choppy. You could try to lose yourself in the view. It was absolutely spectacular. The mountains were not completely devoid of any type of greenery. The brown desert defiantly climbs higher and higher to meet the sky. It feels surreal. But before I could aim for Taglang, I had to deal with the Gata loops. Or, as I thought of them, the torturous Gata loops. After the bumpy road, going round and round wasn't really ideal for an already rather dizzy lot. On the bike, it certainly felt like there was a lot more than 21 loops. They just wound on and on. It didn't feel like we were getting any closer to Ladakh. But somehow, everybody made it over Gata. But there was still no respite. I was absolutely knackered. But the dusty, bumpy Moreh plains still stretched ahead of us. There was sand everywhere. The road was nothing more than a marked path, and at some places it was even less than that. But once Taglang came into sight, the riders got a second wind. The sheer size and the magnitude of the ascent was staggering to digest. Bouncing over stones and weaving through puddles, we made our way up the mountain. Progress was painful. Everybody coaxed themselves on meter by meter. I don't think there was a happier bunch to see the top of Taglang. And happier still to get down on the other side. And every rider felt more at ease with every passing loop. I was thrilled to finally be in Ladakh. You can always tell you have reached there by the veins of pink rock that the Ladakhi mountains seem to have. I was certainly feeling relieved and elated. At the same time, I had reason to be disappointed, as it meant that it was the end of my stint on the Odyssey. Though the images of Ladakh being quickly spray painted into my memory made it less painful. After a regroup stop, the bikes rode to Leh in formation. Royal Enfield's Himalayan Odyssey is an intense, grueling ride, and all the more memorable for it. Time won't fade the memories of the mountains, the rivers, or the raging dust. These will remain locked in the memories of every rider, and the voices of these memories will keep calling the riders back for more.
Well, the ride today from Sarchu to Leh Ladakh was particularly grueling. It took a huge toll on the riders because of the weather, the road conditions, the terrain. People had falls, they got up, they rode again, and they've all come through here knowing that they can do it. And that's the point of the Odyssey, to get people to get out there on their motorcycles and go out and discover. And well, these people, all the participants here, have only just started discovering, because this is only the starting leg of the Odyssey. After this, they're going to be heading out to Khardungla, to Nubra, to Kaza, and back to Delhi after that, which is just going to be an incredible experience, as most of these people are doing this region for the very first time and going to see all those breathtaking views. Just soak them in. And I'm going to miss out on all of that because I have to head out now, get back to office and do some work.